Wizards of the Coast is set to give us some amazing home run hits this year. They're going to be knocked right out of the ballpark. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've just found me in this nacho cheese universe of YouTube, thanks a lot for checking out my content today. Hope you had a good time while you were here. And of course, if you did enjoy the content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It is free to join the channel and subscribe. You just gotta click the button, turn your notification bells on, and of course, you're never gonna miss my content as I upload new stuff every single day. Looking forward to seeing your comments in the comments section. So are you ready for a home run hit year? Because really that's what Wizards is ready to give us. They are preparing it. And that means the hype train is getting ready to put extra compartments. They are adding train lengths to put those new players onto that and say, climb aboard the hype train. We are leading you in the right direction. And at first I was skeptical. I wasn't very impressed with Midnight Hunt or Crimson Vow. They were fun sets, but it didn't have that feel I need to make me want to get on that train. And I might be getting on the train with a lot of other people because Kamigawa has been a hit. Wizards of the Coast, they ticked all the boxes. They touched on all the right things that drive us forward as players. When you have a new set, I don't know about you guys, but I got to see a good mana base. And that was lacking from things like Strixhaven, Midnight Hunt, even AFR. Although I like some of the lands in the set, it's just, they come into play tapped and stuff. And when you can see what they gave us with Kamigawa, you can see these lands are a hit. And if they've done it here, chances are they're moving things forward. When you looked at Strixhaven, AFR, that looks like they were downgrading the power level, right? Kaldheim, they gave us the modal flip lands. It was a good mana supply. Vorinclex, some great cards. The gods were fun, but it just wasn't the same feel that I'm getting from Kamigawa. And I was not a big fan of Kamigawa. I told you guys I was skeptical. I wasn't sure how well the set would play out, depending on what cards they put in. I didn't buy a lot of it. I still haven't. But the sales figures are saying something else. It's a very popular set, and there's a lot of people getting the cards from it. And as things get more and more opened up, and more people can go to in-person games, you're going to see the sales of singles and boxes go even higher than what they are right now. It's kind of awesome. And when you start building on that, and Wizards, again, they gave us a good mana base. They gave us some great chase cards. Another thing that players want to look for. They didn't fix the foils at all, but we'll get there. Am I asking too much? Is that too much? Come on, Wizards. But they are getting there. They've turned this ship around really quick from the powered down stuff we seem to see, which were fun as single sets, but when you face them off and try to add them with the synergy of more powered up sets, it just didn't go well. I couldn't put a lot of the AFR cards with other things I wanted to play because they just got picked off, but there are some very unique mechanics inside those sets making them good, but not spectacular. And when I look at the stuff we're getting from Kamigawa with the Flip Saga lands, and you start seeing all these amazing channel cards we can use, big huge dragons again, old Gnawbone, man, but we got some good stuff here. I gotta say, it's looking good. But that means there's opportunity going forward. That's where things can come our way as players, as investors, as non-financial advice. Hey, I'm a guy who didn't graduate Magic University. Don't take advice from me. Go seek out a financial advisor who knows about cardboard rectangles. I don't know anything. I know. That was a wink for nothing. I just had something in my eye. Purely entertainment purposes only. But when I look at that stuff and I say, they did Kamigawa really good. This is a good set. It's probably going to be a set that I'm going to want to get a case of at some point before it rotates out. That's how good it is. I'm not sold on the collector boxes. I'm sorry, things that Pringle don't really get me. But I like some of the single cards I'm definitely going to be picking up. Some of these mana-based cards are amazing. And if they've ticked the boxes in that direction, and some sealed product will be good to hold, well, that brings us to other sets this year. We got Streets of New Capenna coming up. And a lot of players there, they're really hoping for the Triomes. And if Wizards has ticked the boxes correctly with a good mana base, they're going to give it to us in that set. It's a year later, roughly, since we've had Ikoria rotate out. So we're getting to that point. It's like, hey, here's some new Triomes for you. Now it makes me wonder, what do we need the Triomes for? Well, maybe they put some cool multicolored demons and angels and stuff from the streets of New Capenna with the crime families that makes us want to get in there with those boxes and that set. I'll have to wait and see all the spoiler season, of course, and I'll cover some of it here. But it's interesting to see that Wizards has moved it in a direction that I can get on board with and appreciate and enjoy. Now, Streets of New Capenna is a stepping stone. It's going to be a great set. Is it not? I'm still not sure. But I am betting that Dominaria United this year will be their home run hit for their standard box sets. That, and of course, the Brothers War. But let's start with Dominaria United. Dominaria in 2018 was a phenomenal set. Well received, well liked. It touched on the nostalgia for the old players. It brought back those good feelings of the good old days with legendary creatures, new Benalia, Urborg. We had some great stuff going on. We had a good time. But it ended too soon when they put that box out of production early. You had amazing cards like Mox Amber in there. And yes, I still have a stock, probably the largest in the world, of Mox Amber. I understand. And everyone's hoping that my stock collapses. Doesn't matter. I'm holding on to them. They're mine. But they may put a card like Mox Amber into the list. To kind of, remember this card? Remember from 2018? Here it is as a list card. It would make perfect sense if they're not going to put it in double, triple masters. Because it's around that 4 and 5 year mark where they start reprinting these cards that the value goes too high. And Mox Amber does still climb. So it's a great time to put that in as a list card. You might see cards like that or a few unique Saga cards, right, coming in from the previous set to be put on the list. It would make sense. And of course, they want it to be a home run, so there could be a new Mox card. There could be new legendary creatures from that world, but in a different kind of vein. And I bet you they're facing off against the Phyrexians, because that will touch on the second nostalgic part. They can bring it as a new world, new Dominaria, how it is now. It doesn't have Urza protecting it, but we've got this huge army of Phyrexians coming from somewhere. We've seen Vorinclex, we've seen the guys on Kamigawa, we've seen Jingixis and stuff. We've seen some of the other Praetors around. So they're hopping around for some reason with Tezzeret helping them out, right? So let's see where it goes, but it means they could be going to Dominaria, trying to invade it finally at last. And will the Dominarians be able to unite against it? That's what we're going to talk about. That's what could happen. Look at how that will play out as a set and tell me that won't be popular. I'm getting all worked up just looking at you guys right now and thinking about the possibilities. As long as Wizards ticks off the boxes, it's going to be a hit. They've just got to make sure the mana base is well done. They touch on the legendary creatures of old, bring a few in there like they did in Modern Horizons 2, and they can set this up for a home run hit, right? They can get things going. And that's what I love to see. Because we can go back to a lot of our original roots in Dominaria, and that gets the old players involved, it gets the new players going, and they're going to touch bases on things like Commander, Modern. They're going to be ready for all this stuff, the Standard. They're going to put these cards in there in different slots to make sure that they please as many people as they can. Which again means it's going to be a home run, because they want to do it right when it comes to these kind of sets. I know they do, because they did it for the last Dominaria set. It just stands to reason. We may not have Richard Garfield putting his hands in there, but they learned a lot from him, I'm sure, from that last set. And then, of course, we're going on, to the fourth quarter? Look what Wizard... This is just the stuff they've given us now. We haven't even gone to the specialty set stuff, like double masters and stuff, right? We haven't gone to those double, triple flip masters. Who knows what they're going to put in there? That's going to be a home run, but it's going to cost you a fortune. Be prepared. Keep your wallet dry, man. You're going to need your money for that. But when I go ahead now, I'm thinking, Brothers War. It makes sense now with the Phyrexians, because the Brothers War will be like a prequel thing of what happened during the war, which may have led to what's happening now. If they touch on the old nostalgic stuff there too, bring in some old list cards of old cards like Yoshin Soldier, I think they'll be hitting everything, ticking off all the right boxes and getting us right where we want to be. And that will bring in investors. That brings in the collectors. The people who want to finish complete sets, the guys who want to invest in individual cards to flip for later. And if they put the right amount of serialized or chase cards in there, man, you could have this thing going to the highest it's ever been for Wizards. If they get their paper quality proper for their foils and maybe cut back on foil production a bit, that'd just be an extra tick on the box, a bonus tick if they could do that. Now, it's probably too late to change those things. They probably have everything set in stone at this point. But I'm telling you, this is poised to be an amazing year after seeing what they gave us in Kamigawa. I am enthralled. I'm loving what I'm playing right now in Arena. I'm loving when I'm meeting up with friends and playing in person. So, Farewell is just so awesome, by the way. So I am looking forward to the rest of this year with new vigor. I am excited again. And I hope you guys are excited too. I want to know what you guys think. Which one of these sets do you think will be the best one? Which one is drawing you in? Or are you skipping them all and you're just sticking to your reserve list stuff? Because remember, there's opportunity everywhere in MTG Finance. There is. Not that I'm a financial advisor. But there's a lot of avenues when it comes to finance. There's a lot of cards that make a lot of money for people. Keep that stuff in mind. And there are so many fun cards to play with. And that's the most important part. Always bring a friend to Magic. So I hope you guys had a good time in the video today. I hope it gave you guys some food for thought. I want to know what everyone thinks. Put those comments in the comments section. Looking forward to it. You guys have a fabulous day today. Stay dry. It's a little bit cold and windy out here in Canada, but we're hanging in there. See you guys soon. And of course, a big monster shout out to each and every one of the fantastic patrons who are on the channel supporting us each and every day. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to bring this content to everyone. Patrons make the world go round. Looking forward to talking to you guys soon. I just want to see if I can make myself dizzy. It's awesome. You guys have a wicked day today because you deserve it. Divine Arrow. Yeah.